Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And this is Southern Adams Game, my latest review on Bleach. But this is going to be two chapters, chapter 639 and 640. 30. Huh. 30. Baby hold my hand too, like basically. Hand 3. So let's start off. Mayuri, he's in a bit of a bind and dealing with the left hand of the Soul King right now. Hand of the Soul King. And the situation for him is right now very dire. Now that he's dealing with this thing which has not only the ability to extend its nervous system to another object and completely destroy it, but also the ability to multiply itself on its appendages. I mean, he's facing a giant left arm, basically. And even in pieces, it can still see and multiply itself, right, and even regenerate. Okay. Things getting very bad for him bad for him. For him knowing that he's dealing with this kind of guy, how he even ripped his own arm off. He ripped his own arm off, like to make sure that he does not get possessed by the left hand of Soaking, which is now under Yawatch's will. Will. However, things are not as easy as he thinks it is, and things can go from very bad to yes. But things start to go his way for the first chapter. For example, he conjured out a new Bankai, Kuriti Koziri Ki Akizoki Jizo, basically. He is like Akizoki Jizo, but huge and fat. Like literally very, very big and fat. This guy, this guy is literally, he based on the information that he gathered and collected over their fight. He created this new Akizoki Jizo, which has the ability to make more Akizoki Jizo. I thought his first Bankai was already very dangerous and troubling, but now he does this, which is like very astounding. Remember, Magneri's Bankai isn't that normal level of Bankai. He created his Bankai through experimentations, means, and altering, and because of his data on the scientific department. Now remember, he's the head of research and development. The second generation, being Kisuke Urahara being the first generation, and so he was head of Squad Top before, and we all know that Kisuke is a lot smarter, so by a narrow margin. But it's understandable what he's doing. I liked how Minuri let this thing eat the Soul King's left hand, eat the whole thing, its pieces, and how when he created it, he created it without any nerve cells, without any nerves. So basically, it's like a lifeless shell, like an extension of its will. This thing could create more Akizoki Jizo, give birth to new creations, but yet its power is only based on what Minori gives it. It swallows him whole, basically. It swallows it whole, and that's in the first chapter. Also, Mayuri created it with no teeth because he didn't want to make sure that no part of it bites into it, otherwise the nerves could go into the teeth and into its body. And that's for the first chapter. Then there's the second chapter, which things start to look fine for a while, but then things start to happen very fast. Like something is very wrong here. At first, it looks like something is obstructing it from the inside, but then arrows start shooting at him. Arrows start to shoot at him, and it's from the hand, it's from the arm itself, and it starts to talk. So, and I like how in this chapter the chapter starts off with color. It shows color. It looks like we're trying to get the history. We're getting the history of something. I don't know what that history is or what's about. Looks like it's something very important, and that important history. Also, because of that history, we get a glimpse of the Stern Raiders, all the Stern Raiders, even the Stern Raiders that have died. Master Maskin, Bombietta, and some of them, and they're all in color, and it looks pretty good. And I really like how they stand together as one, on with Chuha Bak by their side. It also lets beg the question: we need Bleach back now. I want to see Bleach already. It's been 3 years. Get over it already. We need a new Bleach. And with One Piece and with One Piece still continuing forward and Naruto ending, and we're getting heard that One Piece is going to end. I want to see what happens next. Do you? Who like right now? The situation for them is very dire. It's not easy for them right now. And dire. How Minori he's being blasted with arrows, and this thing calls itself a Quincy. Like it makes sense. Just the right arm is now under Juhabak's will. Oh, but it says that's pretty embarrassing. And what's so embarrassing about being called a Quincy? I can't believe Mayuri's arguing with the arm itself, but calling itself a Quincy. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, seriously? I mean, that's one of the things I've noticed that Mayuri has had certain discrimination and certain issues against other species. He does that sometimes. He did that before. Remember in the first chapter, from in the first arc of Bleach, season two, when they were in the Soul Society. Actually, that was season three. Actually, I look back on it. It's season three. We know that Ainuri he captured Uryu's grandfather to have him experimented on. He used him as a guinea pig, as a very guinea pig, basically. Capturing him and using him as a test subject. Uh-huh. Yeah, but he let Uryu's grandfather die so he can dissect him, experiment on him. My near One of the things about my Nuri can be very cold and calculating. Even though he's an expert at what he is, very intelligent, smart, able to create new weapons, but he doesn't respect. There's a part of him that doesn't respect people's boundaries or respect people as the way they are. Hell, he even turned his own comrades into zombies. Hell, he even brought back the Iran cars who are dead, experimented on them, and brought them back as new, I guess, servants of the Soul Society. Because he believed that the Arankars have a certain power that fights against. Because we find out that Arankars and Hollow powers have the ability to affect Stern Ritter and Quincy powers. He even made his comrades part Hollow for a little bit, even giving back her Bankai. And it worked. But how long? You gotta see. There are certain things in the minority it doesn't tolerate. For example, there's one when he was getting shot with an arrow to pierce right through him. Him, Nemu Kurasuchi, Nemu, his assistant, saves him. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't like thank her or anything. He's like, hey, who told you to move, you idiot? Like basically, he likes to talk down to Nemu a lot. I know Mehu's not really a human, but he basically created her out of nothing. But seriously, man, give this girl some respect. She did save your ass in a way. But knowing Manuri, he always has a counter strategy against such attacks. Knowing him, he always has a way to defend himself from enemy attacks in his own way. That part is certain. Uh, Also, I gotta note, you know, Manuri saying, "Hey, I don't want to see. No way. I didn't order you to die because I don't want to raise. I don't want to make the next you raise the next you the same as the current you. So basically, he doesn't want her to die because he thought it'd be a drag when he makes his new Nemu. He doesn't want to teach her the same things over and over and over again. Like this guy, literally, he's not really much of a guy himself. There's something very harsh about him. He's saying ever since Ichigo and his gang every Ichigo and his group showed up. He's been forced to be in certain situations to fight in in a way that he hasn't before. Why would you bring Ichigo into this? You don't even respect him that much. But you also know the details, right? The details and certain secrets, right? Like basically. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Minority's always been calculating, cold, and callous, especially when it comes to him and his enemies. But you gotta understand the way he is. And the way he is, he probably didn't have no one in his life. He's always been about his own ambition, whether to dissect and experiment on someone just to fuel his own, his own ego to understand why. That I do not know. But it's minority's minority, so what can you do about it? That's all I gotta say. He's always been a cold calculated type. Hope you enjoyed. Next one, this is Sullivan interview on Bleach Chapter 639 and 640. Hope you enjoyed this one. And thank you. Signing off. Bye. I'm sorry I didn't give you much.